Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, and today I'm doing a quick review for the Innsmouth Case on Xbox. Now, this was originally released onto the store on the 22nd of the 7th, 2021. Now, it's developed by Robot Pumpkin Games, and it was published by Assemble Entertainment, and I was lucky enough to get a code for this video, so big thank you to them for that. Now, this is basically a choose your own adventure game. So if you ever, I'm showing my age slightly here, but if you ever, as a kid, read the Fighting Fantasy books by Ian Livingstone, this is basically that, except this one is inspired by obviously the world and the text of H.P. Lovecraft. So it's described as the very first text-based adventure to combine horror and comedy in a fit and proper way. So basically, you play as this detective, and this woman comes to you about her missing girl, and asks you to obviously solve the case. So you speak to her, and you basically, as you're a detective, she wants you to go and search for it at this place, this Innsmouth, and off you go, basically. But obviously, this is a remote fishing village. It's all a bit weird, all a bit obviously Cthulhu-y and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed it. I'm a big fan of choose your own adventure games. I used to love the books. I still have a ton of them from when I was a kid, because they're always a good fun to crack out and keep you busy for a little while. But this is one of those ones. There's no sort of combat as such. There's like those sort of books had, but it does have all like the you pick your response and you choose what you want to do and how you want to react and stuff like that. It looks fantastic. Like I say, it looks like you're doing it from a book as well, which I think was really great. It's got sort of like animated characters and sort of scenes and stuff, which is really cool, just to sort of set the scene. Now, there's over 30 different characters that you can interact with as you go and try and solve the mystery of this disappearing child. There's a whole host of different areas you can explore, and the game features multiple chapters which you can replay in full, or you can just go to set chapters, which I thought was really nice as well, because obviously as an achievement hunter, you don't always want to play every single playthrough fully just to get the achievements, which is a fair thing. There are 27 possible endings in this game. Some of them are like full playthroughs, some of them are short, some of them are just silly little joke endings and stuff like that. But like I say, to get the full achievement, 1000 gamer score, you will have to get all the endings. Now, the story is really funny. There's a lot of humour in it, and the writing is pretty good. It knows it's taking the mess out of like horror films and stuff like that, which I thought was really funny. It's not really dark, sort of Lovecraftian, so if you're wanting like a really serious sort of Lovecraftian game, this probably isn't the one for you. There's lots of odd endings. There's a lot of sort of sex references in it. Like I say, you can have sex with a grandma and a fish monster sort of person. So obviously bear that in mind. I thought they were funny, but I understand some people will probably find that offensive or not like it. I thought they were just stupid little things. It's got a really cool art style. The character designs are really nice and stuff like that. The background music is good. Like I said, my only disappointment is I feel like it could have benefited with like full-on voice acting. Would have been really cool, but obviously beggars can't be choosers in that aspect, and it obviously wouldn't fit obviously with the full sort of you're reading it out of a book. To be fair, you don't end up really having to solve this missing disappearance, it more becomes sort of like trying to survive in this town. I'll not spoil the stories as such because I don't want to give anything away, but the aim ends up being more like trying to escape and survive in this fishing village than it was trying to find the girl eventually. And there's lots of twists, turns, and stuff like that. Some of them are quite obvious, you can see coming, others not so much. But I thought it was really cool, really well written. And like I say, if you're a fan of choose your own adventure games, you'll really enjoy it. Now, to get all the achievements, like I say, you do have to get all 27 endings. You can skip the text by pressing B to sort of go quickly through. Now, I would recommend playing it through a couple of times, reading all the dialogue and stuff like that and enjoying it. But if you just want to get certain achievements, I would just quickly skip through. And the majority of the time, like I say, you can just sort of load up one area, one chapter, and go from there to get certain achievements as well. Because a lot of them are sort of like, if you do one thing at this one point different to another, that's what gives you the different sort of ending, basically. But I'm not a big Lovecraftian fan. I've never been really into the games, not the games, the lore of it, and I've never really played any other sort of Lovecraftian games. I've played one of the board games sort of based on H.P. Lovecraft, but I've never been sort of a massive fan of it. I've even read online that there's some sort of he said some very questionable stuff in the past. It does mention this at the beginning of the game, and it says we don't condone this or anything like that, which is fantastic. But like I said, I couldn't tell you how sort of close to Lovecraftian it is, other than there's like Cthulhu-esque characters in it, and it's creepy and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed it. It's a fun little game. It's well written. It's nice to listen to. But like I say, some of the humour may not be to everyone's taste, and it could do with sort of like audio narration instead of just having to read it, because especially if you're having to go through it multiple times, eventually you'll end up just skipping through it because you just don't want to just read, basically. But the game itself, you're going to get a fair bit of content out of it. Like I say, a fair few hours, easy peasy, and it's priced at the lower price of £12.49, and it is playable on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S via backwards compatibility, and PC by Xbox Play Anywhere. So you can play it on all the range that support Xbox games. But that's that for this video, guys. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon for more content. Bye for now.